Hey everybody, welcome to the Creativity Cave. I have a beautiful card to share with you today, and it is so simple. And I think I have a little something I'm going to add to it. So let me know what you think about this. First of all, if you want to see all the details and dimensions, you can head over to my blog. The link is in the description of this video. And also, a little box will pop up right around here. Feel free to click on that, and you can subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any awesomeness. I would love to have you here every time I do a fun card for you. All right, so first of all, I'm going to grab a piece of paper to protect my work surface because I don't know if you can see this. Yesterday I got a little crazy. I won't even deny it. So this card, like I said, is so simple. I'm starting with a crumb cake card base that I've cut the long way. And I'm going to do some very simple stamping. I'm actually using two stamp sets, the High Tide stamp set, which is so great for a whole bunch of different types of cards, masculine cards, sympathy cards, thinking of you cards. It covers so many bases, which I just love. And then this Wherever You Go stamp set. I just got this set and I am kind of excited to play with it because I think it's really kind of simple but stunning. So I'm really excited about this set. All right, now one of the sets or stamps that I love in this, of course, is this sunburst image. And of course, I can't wait to play with the bridge and the sunburst. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Again, another good one, great for sympathy cards. But I also have this wild hair about, well, not really a wild hair, let's be honest. It's just a simple idea. So I'm going to try it out on this card as well. Okay, so in that Wherever You Go set, there was just one little bird and I wanted something a little bit more. So I added a little extra and I'll show you what I mean by that in a second. But I'm going to stamp my sunburst. I kind of want the edge to be below my card, so I'm hoping I did that. Really close. Okay. So there's that. And then I also am going to stamp the birds. So there was one bird in the Wherever You Go set, but then there are a whole bunch of birds in the High Tide set. So I thought I would use the bunch of birds because I kind of like the idea of that a little better. So I'm just going to ink this up with some black Memento ink and stamp those down kind of at an angle so it looks like they're flying away. I'll put that aside for just a moment. Now, one of the things that I thought I would add to this card is a little sentiment, which I'm going to trim a little bit. So I like to trim my rubber. I hate when the rubber catches the edge when I stamp it, so I like to trim my stamps like this. And I know some of you get heart palpitations when I cut my rubber, but I said this actually in my Facebook Live yesterday. Of all the times I've cut rubber over the last almost 20 years, I've never once actually cut anything off except one time. I shouldn't say never once. Once I cut off something and it wasn't critical, so it's totally cool. All right, so I'm going to stamp this on here, or stamp it, seriously, adhere it. But you know what? This little edge right here is kind of bugging me, so I'm going to trim it off real quick. When I actually started making this card, I had started with a slightly larger piece of paper and I trimmed it down to get to where I was, and that is probably why my piece layered a little better in my original card. So I just trimmed about 1/8 of an inch off, so no big deal. All right, so I'll attach this to my black panel, which I love, the little skinny layer of black. And then, so I put it, when I was making this card, I placed it on my card, loved the look of that. It's just, again, so simple. But here what I want to do is add this little sentiment. I want to practice this. Whenever I'm stamping a sentiment, I want to practice to make sure I'm going to stamp it straight. I practice on my scrap paper to make sure that I'll stamp it correctly. So sending thoughts your way, I added that. I hope you like that. All right. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I want to show inside of my card just a little bit of sand, because actually the card that this is for is the beach theme for my Stamp Ink Paper Challenge. So I wanted to show a little beach. Now, this is from the High Tide set, and you can see this is the little area that's cleaned out so you can stamp the lighthouse in there. But when you turn the stamp over, you can use it like sand, like that. Isn't that kind of genius? So I sort of like that. So there's some sand going across. And then what I'm going to do is just rip some of this bottom edge right off of my card. And I want to do it so that I don't rip too much so that it shows the not sand part. I just want sand to show through. Isn't that kind of clever? I thought it was. Okay, now speaking of birds, I'm also going to take these 3 seagull birds, or whatever, sandpipers, I guess these probably are more accurately. And I just stamped those right on the beach. And then the stamp that comes, or this comes with the High Tide set as well. In high tide or low tide, I'll be by your side. I do like that. I think it's really nice. And it goes perfectly with our card. Now to finish this up, we're just going to add one more touch. And I think this touch kind of is perfect for this card as well. I'm just looking, I had it sitting out and ready. I was looking for my linen thread. So I'll just wrap some linen thread around here. And actually all that I did was I adhered a little bit right here, stuck my end in that, and then I wrapped this around 3 times, stuck the other end in there, and cut it off. Hopefully I did that over far enough so it doesn't show. Oops. Oh yeah, we're good. And then I'll pop this up right over the top. And that's all there is to this card. It's really quite simple, but I think sometimes I get a little over the top with my cards. I shouldn't say over the top because I don't think they're over the top, but I like to embellish them and add different little touches to them. But this one I really liked that I kept quite simple. And I think it just makes for a really nice looking card. And I think this would be a great masculine card, as well as a good just thinking of you, whatever type of card. Sending thoughts your way. Isn't that nice? So anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Again, if you need to purchase any of these, I would be so appreciative if you would shop my blog. The link, again, is in the description of this video. And of course, whenever you shop with the Creativity Cave, you'll become a VIP Rewards member. And we cannot wait to welcome you to our program. It's pretty awesome. So thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye.